Welcome everybody to the BarCast. It's me, Mark, and my lovely co-host, Chris.
Oh, shut
What is new, my friend?
Well, what's new? Well, you may notice that in episode 5, we had our new animated logo done by
Nice.
Liam. Now, episode 6, can you believe it? Episode 6, we have name tags. Look at it.
We do indeed. Take a look, my friends.
I mean, he's done a great job with all of our work. We're really grateful for him. Obviously, he wouldn't have been able to do the animation on the logo if it wasn't for Nat, who created the logo to start with.
Which is still amazing as hell.
Yeah, we still love them both. But we have to say, thank you, Liam. They looked great. We can't wait to use and abuse these in pretty much all our upcoming podcasts, videos, other things we can use name tags for. It's gonna be nice.
I just love how the animation bits came one at a time. It's amazing. One bit at a time. Speech bubbles move. Mate, that's a nice touch.
So for doing that for us, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have his link to his website in our Linktree, which is on all our social media, and in the description of the video of this. So you can access all his other work there. So I will link that up. So thank you, Liam.
Thank you so much. It's so cool.
So, folks, you may have heard in our previous podcast, we are interested in doing special guests.
We are indeed.
So, we didn't just want any random person for our first feature. Mark and I have a bit of social anxiety, so we couldn't just ask anyone. Obviously, as things go on, we will start asking people we are less familiar with. But for now, we want to start with our friends.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we couldn't ask for a better person to start us off with than our good friend, Max Shelton. So, hey, Max, how you doing?
Hey, it's good to be here. Finally.
Yeah. I mean, it's episode 6, and we're finally having guests?
That's a good number to start on.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to let you guys start off, because I know, Max and Mark, you guys play a lot of games.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just let you guys have a chat about what you've been playing lately, because I've literally just been on Minecraft and Fall Guys.
Those are good games.
I'm playing a bit of that.
But you guys definitely play some. I know, Max, you've played through Witcher and Fallout 4 and various other things.
Yeah, my genre is adventure games. Massive, open world. Explore, that sort of thing. So yeah, Witcher, Fallout. I recently finished Mass Effect. All of them.
Nice.
Of course, they're doing the remaster as well. But yeah.
But
yeah, Mass Effect. It's great. It's a great series. It really is.
I definitely recommend it. It was one of the games that got early, and it was such a good laugh.
How many Mass Effects are there?
4.
Okay, it's only 4. I was dreading the same amount as like Assassin's Creed or something.
Oh no.
Because they have a few.
They have too many.
And even more on the way.
Oh yeah.
There's Valhalla, which is next.
I'm looking forward to that because Viking is what I love the most.
Mr. Pirate.
Oh, I'm the Viking the Pirate.
Viking Pirates, good mix.
Yeah, do you reckon like Vikings are like the Swedish and the pirates are like the Caribbean side?
Kind of English as well, because a lot of them were our privateers.
Yeah,
privateers. That's where the accent comes from. Yeah.
Missing the teeth every now and then.
Oh, here we go with the bad pirate jokes.
What have you been playing, Mark?
So I've played the new Avengers game. It's really good. It's surprisingly, the story it builds up and near like the end where you get, it's really good fun. The jokes that you have. So if you imagine like in the film, you know, like how they all had their own little comments, their sarky bits, and the fun. They've nailed that quite well with the game.
Oh.
They've used different voice actors, obviously, so they haven't like used Johnny basically for Iron Man, but they've used someone else. So
it'd be too expensive to make.
But the interesting thing is it's their own universe, so they can do different things with it. Because obviously, if you follow one storyline, you're stuck there. But if they've done their own universe, they can introduce who they like.
Yeah, after Infinity War, they've got a few characters missing.
Yeah, just like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Spoilers.
I mean, I had to go for that one. That's the most.
It's been released now for a while. Everyone will know it.
Well,
you should have seen it.
Yeah, everyone who's going to watch it has probably watched it. And anyone who's not watched it probably won't listen to what we're talking about anyway.
Either way, there's been so many memes of that now. So.
Exactly. There's memes, stories, Tumblr posts. Yeah, there's been a few here and there.
But no, I'm looking forward to see what they do, because I mean, like Black Widow, I mean that's going to be interesting, releasing the Taskmaster into everything.
You like bring up the old Black Widow?
I do.
Yeah, you got a thing for her, do ya?
So what is that? No, the only reason I mention it is because he's a really good character in Avengers. She is, even though like she's like one of the humans, the power that she has is insane. The gadgets. Yeah.
I'll give you that. Speaking of, the Avengers game and Scarlet Widow, I was watched a random video clip on Facebook. They had, what happens when the Avengers try and pick up Mjolnir? Well, they said Thor's hammer, but we need to call it its proper name, which is Mjolnir. Or Mew Mew.
It's a mouthful.
If you're Kat Dennings from Thor 2. Look, it's Mew Mew. Anyway. And the first clip is of Black Widow walking into Thor's room. And he goes, Thor? Damn, how does he get his room smelling so good? He must have a candle hidden or something. And then she tries to pick up the hammer and inevitably she does fail, but sad, because imagine just Black Widow just walking around with Thor's hammer. Just like, guess I am worthy. God, everyone would be terrified. Master Assassin with lightning.
Oh dear.
The next 4.
It's called
I'd watch that.
Thunder. Yeah. Imagine that Jane drops Mjolnir and Black Widow's just there, goes, thank you.
Spoilers. Next film.
Yeah. Taika Waititi, hit me up, boy. Oh, dear.
It'd be interesting to see, because if it's got the humour that like Ragnarok had and brings it in, I can imagine it'd be quite interesting.
That was a great film.
I loved Ragnarok.
Oh, this is so fun.
It's probably one of my favourite Marvels.
Is it?
Same.
Yeah. When I watch, I like action comedies. I like something that's just going to make me laugh my butt off.
Yeah, like Guardians or something like that.
Yeah, Guardians 1 or 2, Ragnarok. Also, basically most action comedies.
Yeah, I mean that's what was quite good about Marvel. I mean, it's when you compare it to DC, which is really dark, and then they try to bring humor in. It's like it's a weird balance now.
Yeah. The Joker. That was a weird film.
You say that, but it was well done.
Oh, it was well done. Interesting, like how it went and the ending.
I just realized, didn't we watch it all together? Joker.
Do we?
Was that not the three of us?
I think it was just me and you, Chris.
I remember you being there, Max.
And I watched it once, like it was you, me, and Scott.
Then again, I've seen it so many times.
Yeah. With each circle, I think we've all.
Yeah, I've already seen it with each circle, and I've seen it with my parents. I just really.
Your parents? Ooh, how did that go?
Yeah. Well, Mum and Paul wanted to watch it, and they were paying for dinner.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I'm not going to turn down food.
No, I mean, it is interesting. If you watch it next time, you see other things that you missed.
Yeah, I've seen a few things I've missed now. I just like pointing out the bits where he like flickers between like his world and the real world, and just like figuring out those moments is just quite fun.
It was weird. It was weird at some bits when you go, but it was interesting how to see it. But the character though, the funniest bits, which weren't meant to be funny in it, just like the clown can't reach the door. No.
Oh yeah, the poor little fella. And he was just like, "Could you get the door, please?" And he's just like, "Oh right, yeah." He's just like, no, so nonchalant about it. It's like, "You're a good guy. Off you go. You're not going to die today."
Oh.
So everyone, it's the time again. A little casual catch up. So as you know, I've now posted on our Instagram and I will on Twitter about my kittens. Little Raz and Loki. Two of little troublemakers that find every hiding spot. That took me about half an hour just to find out he got somewhere that I didn't know he could hide.
Well, they're kittens. They're mischievous.
Oh, they do look cute.
Oh, yeah. Thing is, what's funny though is that Loki is actually, he's innocent, but he's not at the same time. But Raz is the real troublemaker.
Maybe Loki's learning off Raz.
That's what I think. But it's like I can walk down and like where there's a chair, I put like a blanket so they can hide under it. Now it's like a trapdoor spider for them. They'll come out, attack the foot, and then hide back inside.
Oh, that's great, actually.
But obviously, that's mainly what I've been doing for lately. I've been spending more time with the cats. Because obviously, when I'm at sea, don't see them as much. So I make time on my week that I get. So that's pretty much mine. So Chris, what's the latest?
Well, in the previous podcast, I mentioned that weekend I was going to London.
Oh yeah.
I have now been to London. I've it's actually been quite busy. So I went to London because basically, in short, I needed a new desk. I had an old,
Definitely.
Yeah, you remember it. I had a black desk. It was not very sturdy. And it was a single screen setup, which, where I've been, streaming and doing all sorts and working from home. It wasn't exactly right for what I needed.
That's fair, yeah.
So, through recommendation, I was going up to London to the Greenwich IKEA to get a Gerton, which is a solid plank of wood.
Just a plank of wood.
It is essentially 1.55 meter by 75 centimeter plank.
Nice.
But it's very solid. I got a chest of drawers with it and a trestle, to hold it up. They're not screwed together.
They're not.
This tabletop is resting through its sheer weight on these two things.
Oh, I thought you just screwed it on. I didn't realise that.
No, don't even need to do it. It's just I can't lift it.
That's very solid.
It is very solid. It's great. But
so was it a 2-people job to get it though?
Yeah. So I took Luke up with me because bit of extra muscle, and plus it was Luke's last weekend before he went back to university.
Ah, I see.
So I wanted to have at least one day where it was just him and I, having a bit of an adventure like we did in the old times. So we went up to London and we caught up with a couple of old friends. I know Max knows Glenn because it's Glenn Sargent, and you've spoken to Nat because it's Glenn and Nat who joins in the streams and the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So, Max, you need to join our Discord.
Yes. Okay, I will.
I have a server.
Send me the details.
I will. Advertising, yay! But I was catching up with them as well because they live a 10-minute drive from the IKEA, and I haven't seen them for years. And essentially, we got up there about 10 o'clock, left about 8:10, had a Macca's breakfast, got to Greenwich about 10 to 10, and we spent like a bit of the morning with them. We walked into Greenwich town, had some hot pastry for lunch. I had sausage roll, obviously. Glenn and I went into a record store and bought a couple of records.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got an Ella Fitzgerald one.
Nice.
Then went back to theirs. Glenn and I listened to the records we bought. Luke and Nat just chatted downstairs. At 2 o'clock, we went to IKEA. Nat stayed at home because she had to look after Merlin the dog. So Glenn, Luke, and I went to IKEA, and I've never been in an IKEA before.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they're like an hour and a half away.
True.
So, and I've never really needed that much in the way of furnishings.
Or meatballs.
We didn't actually get any meatballs, upsettingly.
Oh.
The queue was way too long.
They are popular.
They are and with COVID still being a thing.
Oh, yeah.
We were just like, okay, we'll have a look around, but really we'll just be here to get what we need. Which was this big desk. I mean, we bought other things. Like, I bought a plant for the desk. I bought a toy panda. I bought a bag of dime bars, the minis, dime minis.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, I love those.
They were
I'm
nice.
addicted. And Glenn got a couple of things for his place as well. Overall, it was really fun. I only spent like £170. It's fine.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
That's not too bad. And, this desk, it was well worth it. It's changed my layout. Obviously, I'm different place now on the camera. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hello there.
Promotion again.
Hey. But then we went back to Glenn and Nat's, and I had my first time on VR.
Oh, VR is fun.
VR is fun. We played a Beat Saber.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not done Beat Saber before either. So I thought it was going to be terrible, and I was partially right for a little bit. I had to go at easy, made a few mistakes. Had to go at medium, and I failed. I didn't finish the level. I was like, oh, damn. Then we did challenge mode.
All right.
Nat bossed it. She won by like a country mile.
Damn.
So it was basically between Glenn, Luke, and myself. Glenn put a wager that he would beat Luke. And I took him up on it. It was 20 quid.
Yeah.
He was really confident about it, I took home 20 quid.
Nice.
He failed to beat Luke by like 1,000 or so points. It was so close.
Oh.
And then I went last. I was expecting to come last because, I failed at medium. How on earth was I going to do hard? I came second.
Nice.
Practice. That's what it was.
Like my first time on hard, and I was just like,
This is easy.
You've got the rhythm.
I'm sort of just like hyper focused. Like,
It must be the song.
it must have been the song, but then we sort of inflated Luke's ego for a little while.
Oh no.
Which, if you know Luke, is a very dangerous game.
It is.
But there was another game, basically, which had a series of mini games, and there was an archery one, and Luke was stupidly good at it. Like, he never played it before, and he completed it first time.
What if it's like the Wii, the old like Wii game that you have?
It's a little Wii-like, but obviously with VR, you
have to aim. Yeah,
the headset and you got the controllers, and it's just a bit different, I think, to the Wii setup. It feels different because whereas the Wii, you got like the controllers and they're wired together. This is wireless, so hands are like you could have them as far as apart or as close together. That's just like a completely weird setup. But yeah, that's essentially what I got up to a couple of weekends ago. And I've just been like moving the flat around since, which I'll probably do a post about later once it's finally tidy.
Got the Mad Hatter. Change places.
Yeah, pretty much. What about you, Max? What's new and you?
Yeah, I've been pretty busy. I've been down the beach a lot, pretty much. Yeah, so I don't know. I should probably mention it here. I'm one of the volunteers on the local lifeboat, so go out and help people in trouble, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot of calls, so yeah, been pretty busy.
Yeah, and if I remember your job, you've probably just gone back over the past week or so, haven't you?
So I work in a school, so yeah, we got the kids back and stuff, so it's been pretty hectic.
Yeah, I can imagine now. Yeah.
How's the new regulations going? Because I guess things are different because of COVID.
Yeah. So everyone has to stay, apart, and we have bubbles for everyone. So people aren't allowed to mix.
Room for room sort of thing.
Yeah. A lot of spacing out, a lot of, staying apart from each other.
Yeah. Staggered time scales? Do like or does that not really work for your school?
Not really.
No, it's quite a small school in comparison to a lot of others.
Yeah. So the main thing is the students stay in their classes. So they're not mixing with other people. They're just mixing with their own class. And the teachers are moving around.
Okay.
Easier for them to
move. It just stops, the mixing of people and possibly the spread as well. So
exactly, I suppose, because if it's only like a couple of teachers moving around, it's easier for a couple of people to distance in the hallway than a bunch of people.
Yeah, and everyone's been there at school, haven't they? The rammed, corridor. You're trying to squeeze through.
Oh, those days, especially when like the little ones want to get past the big ones, because they're just like, excuse me, and like, piss off, you little shite.
To be honest, it does. When you went to school and it was crowded corridors, it did prepare you for like the outside. How
it prepares you for London Underground.
Yeah, London. Yeah.
Just walking through people. I got very good at weaving. Considering my size, I got quite good at just like dipping in and out of spots.
There's a space.
There's a space. It's also very helpful when you drive because you just learn gaps. Not great for depth perception because when you're walking, you don't mind walking into things as much. But in a car, you can't really do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but it's going to get costly.
Just stick with a tank, you'll be fine, mate. It'll move out of the way.
Yeah. So that's what's new.
That's quite good then.
Yeah. If you like our content, please consider supporting us on Ko-fi. So, believe it or not, I've had a question from one of our listeners.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're actually getting people starting to ask us to discuss things. And I feel like with the people we got in this chat today, we got the right group for it. The question is, they've asked us to talk about whether driving is still hot or not amongst young people. Out of all of their friends, only 3 of them can drive, and one of them has not yet got a car. But he says he's passed his test, but he doesn't really need one. So my question is, what are your thoughts on driving, and is it still a good thing, a good skill to have?
I would say yes. it is a skill to have, and it's very beneficial more than it is not to have it now. Because if you want to go anywhere, it shows you've got responsibility of safety. And let's say nowadays, jobs you could be going far out miles, and hours that public transport just can't be there for now.
Yeah,
it depends what country as well.
Hmm.
Because in America, they do a lot of driving. I can tell you
Oh.
that much. Because public transport just doesn't exist. So that might be an option.
Is it not really a big thing in America then?
No, because they have a lot of drive-throughs as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, I know that when I traveled across America, I was in a bus the whole time, but maybe that's just for like the tourist thing.
Yeah,
They might not have bus routes like we do.
Yeah, most cities in America, I don't think have many buses or any trains at all, really. So
I think they've got like they've got buses that go from each state quite a lot, like for long journeys. But I've not really seen too many. I think they slightly have like an underground, don't they?
Yeah, I think bigger cities will either have a tram or an underground.
Yeah, because New York's got a lot of their subways.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's quite big and it gets you to where.
But I know. Go on.
Oh no, go on.
But I know in this group that we got 3 different perspectives on driving. I know Max, you're not the biggest fan of it.
No,
you're like a necessity driver. You'll drive to work.
Yeah,
you'll drive to a social function if there isn't someone else driving.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I just get a bit nervous when I'm driving, really, especially other people, because I feel like you're judging and backseat drivers, all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't actually think you've never given me a lift.
I don't think I have. No. That's interesting.
Yeah. I've always given you lifts, but you haven't. Because normally, if I'm driving, I will be the driver of the group, and that's because I love driving. I'm probably the biggest driver out of the 3 of us.
Yeah, you would be. I'm more like I will drive just for go up to a shop or as work, similar as like Max would, and then sometimes go out for a drive just as a calm down, really relax, bit of wind going.
Whereas me, if I don't have my car, I am screwed. I just love driving everywhere.
That's fair enough.
I got my license quite quick. I mean, I was driving my car before I had my license.
I remember that.
I lived on a private road.
Fair, yeah.
So my old man used to go, right, so you don't fluff up in your early lessons. So I had my clutch control down really early. And I've always had an interest in driving.
The same, actually. I got a hold of clutch control quite quick. Even my instructor did say, it's once you've got it, you don't tend to lose it as much.
But
like riding a bike.
Yeah, like riding a bike. It's just sort of becomes like muscle memory at that point. Like you just without thinking.
Yeah, sometimes I get to work and I'm like, I don't remember driving here.
Autopilot is a weird thing because I've done that before. It's like you think, I'm here, and I thought, wait, how? What time is it? How did I get here?
Yeah, especially with you, Max, because you literally live like 2 turns.
Yeah.
Like you come out your road, turn left, turn right, you follow the road, you're at work.
Yeah, it is really quick.
That's essentially your like I have a 30-minute trek to work, and even sometimes I'm just like, oh, how did I get here?
Magic.
I'm like, I go through like one of the busiest areas of the close area. I go through the shopping centre area, Westwood Cross.
Oh god, yeah, get the wrong time and it's agony.
It's fine in the morning.
All right.
Because obviously I start work at 7:30.
Oh, true.
So I'm going through Westwood at about 7:20, and there's like 10 cars.
The early people.
At the end of the day, at 5 o'clock is a bit busier. but I don't mind being stuck in that traffic.
Oh.
Because I'll mind if it takes any longer than it normally would. Like, but I get home at 20 to 6 still. When I get home closer to 6 o'clock, I get a bit nervy, annoyed. But I know that journey. I know where I'm going to get stuck, and I just have my music playing, and I just sing, and I just let people look at me and goes, that kid's being a bit of a weirdo. And I am fine with that. Because I will belt any song that comes on, whether it's Hamilton, Les Miserables, or Eminem.
Oh.
Quite a mixture.
I will sing just about anything if I know the lyrics.
Good practice.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It would be good practice if I did it properly.
Obviously, the interesting thing is like when you first drive your car up on your own for the first time, it is nerve-wracking.
But it's also really exciting to know that this is my car and there is no one else here.
Did I tell you guys about my first time driving?
No.
So, I have a confession to make. On the first time that I drove, I got a speeding ticket. Yes. So, yeah, I was with a group of friends. We were traveling down to Devon, and it was a hire car.
Wait, your first time driving, and you did the drive to Devon?
I did, yes. So it was 2 a.m. on the motorway.
Wow. M3?
And then I can't remember. It was such a long time ago.
It's the M3.
And I was petrified. I really was.
Oh.
Yeah, so we went through this small village in Devon, down a hill, and there was a flash. And yeah, I got my first speeding ticket. It was only 38 and a 30. Let me just point that out. I wasn't doing like 100 or anything.
No,
so it wasn't too bad.
No,
I was gonna say, that'd be
it wasn't a disqualification speed. But
no.
So what was it? Points on your license, or
no? It was a course at the local centre, and then like £80 fine or something. So
I don't know.
Not too bad.
I am somehow still without a speeding ticket.
Oh, you just haven't been caught yet.
Exactly. The trick is never speed in the southwest.
True.
Oh, is that where they have all the cameras?
It's where the police run the cameras and not the council.
Oh, okay.
So that's
where I went wrong.
That's where you went wrong. As someone who drives to the southwest a couple of times a year, like I know the route. So that's why I was just like, oh my God, you did that on your first drive?
I know.
That is quite a journey.
I mean, my first drive took me just north of London.
All right.
And that was for my Pass Plus.
Okay.
So I did the Pass Plus so I could do a bit of motorway driving and a bit of nighttime driving. Before my second drive was to Devon.
Oh. Did you get a speeding ticket?
Nope. I followed my sister's instructions, and it was a nice, smooth drive. I did the M25 at a good speed of 70, because if you know the M25, that's a really good speed.
It's a good average speed, yeah.
Good average speed. The fact that you could get above 50 for more than an hour on it is amazing. It's normally traffic jam. But yeah, M20, M26, M25, M3, A303. I know the route.
Which is handy.
Or you might have stayed on the M3 and just avoided. Did you go past Stonehenge?
Yes.
A303.
Okay.
Opposite Stonehenge on the left, there is a giant pig farm.
And there is always a big queue past Stonehenge. Because everyone's looking out the window.
Yes. It's why they slowed it down to a 50.
So, what is the furthest you guys have gone? Is that the
I
furthest?
feel
you've
like
gone?
Max's furthest would be Manchester,
Oh.
Yeah.
which was last summer.
Mm. But luckily that was mostly motorway, which was good.
Oh, that's nice. Then.
I
How about you,
think
Chris?
I think mine's either York or when I drove in Denmark. I drove
Ooh.
across the whole of the West Island in one
Oh,
day.
nice.
But that only took. It's probably to York because the drive across the West Island only takes about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, but,
That's still a long time though.
Oh yeah, but the Danish roads are so lovely.
Are they nice and smooth?
Nice and smooth. They're wide because obviously they have massive lorries for all the wood and stuff.
Ah.
And there's a cycle path.
oh,
Like I was doing 120 kilometers an hour because we're in Europe now,
Mhm.
and that was the speed limit. And I was just trying, and then I saw a cyclist next to me
Oh.
because I was overtaking him. I was just like, "What the? Why is there a cyclist on the main road?" There is. Oh my god, it's a cycle path. Denmark have their stuff together.
as I said, it's very rare. You won't see that around.
In England, if you see a cyclist on the main road, you flip the bird at them, and
Yeah. You call them an idiot.
yeah.
I think Germany is quite similar. Like their roads are good, and like the
Yeah,
speed.
but they're fast as frig. Like,
It's good out there.
like
Really.
that. Even though I've been to Germany, I haven't driven there yet.
Oh. Take
But
your car.
I do want
They
to
also
take my
have ones
car. I want to drive from here to my cousins in Western Germany. Then I can safely say that's the furthest I've driven.
Yeah, I should say, yeah. Yeah, you get the ferry over from France, from Calais,
All the
drive
tunnel.
up there. I recommend a rest stop though.
No, I'm gonna do the 15-hour drive in one stint.
You know what? People will and have.
I don't bring bottles in the car. Well, not empty ones anyway.
Okay. Well.
But the good thing is, because obviously I didn't drive personally, but it was me and a couple of crew. We were driving up. We got a hire car out from Calais and went all the way up. Stopped at a place just before getting to Munich and stayed like these nice little barrels. They're actually quite nice. Like if you can imagine like a big barrel bed and it pulls out and then you can push it back. Stayed there for a night and then made our way. The only unfortunate thing that we had was the Autobahns. They had a lot of roadworks.
Oh no.
So you couldn't go as quick as what we were aiming for because
Oh,
we actually
scheiße.
had traffic. It felt like driving up to Gatwick.
Ooh.
Did you feel at home then?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, but like, because there was quite a few of us, the car was like really cramped. It's like, we don't want to be stuck in here for too long. We need to stretch our feet.
Ooh.
Oh, but that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to the roads being clear and everything, but we just arrived at the wrong time because everywhere had roadworks. But they did do it quick because by the time we were, because we only stayed a few days, then the time we were going back, most of it was done, but it's just where they had the gear left. So they are really good at doing the work.
I'm not surprised with Germans, to be honest.
Yeah, that efficiency.
Yeah, just peak efficiency. Ask a German. Except,
But it is a question, though. Obviously, as you said, because you got asked a question by a young person, what advice would you give a new driver as such?
oh, that's a valid point. I think the bit of advice I give for your first long drive, either do it yourself without your friends, or do it with like an experienced driver, like a parent, not the squeamish parent.
Holding on for dear life.
Yeah. And like, or someone like you really trust in driving, and just do like a long drive with them. Someone who's like calm and collective, and who will just like keep you calm while you drive. Because I'm like I imagine Max having a group full of friends on the first long drive you did.
Yeah, the car was full, and we had all our luggage as well, so you couldn't see out the back window.
Exactly. So that probably heightens your anxiety when you drive it.
It did, yeah, definitely.
My first long drive, I had a Pass Plus tutor.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was and he was like, okay, you're doing good. Just, so he gave me pointers and he's just like they expect you to be nervous because it's like your first big drive. So that's also when you're learning, do country roads.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy driving a motorway. It's a straight line, big and wide. Country roads are narrow and tricky and more dangerous. So if you can drive comfortably on country roads, you're fine.
Country homes, take me home.
Oh, that wasn't a great game. That wasn't a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't resist. As soon as I heard it, I thought
I knew you were going to bring it in.
Yep.
Any advice from you guys?
Mine was actually quite similar to you. Was go yourself, take it easy, and don't feel like if you've got someone behind you coming up close and beeping at you, just take it in your stride. Because at the end of the day, if you are feeling safe and you know you're doing safe, just continue going. Don't let people influence how you do, because then you get into bad habits. Because you could have someone raring going in and out of traffic, they go behind you, you're doing the speed limit, but they're going quicker. You shouldn't feel like you have to rush. And similar to what you said about having friends in the car, don't always take what they say, because sometimes they're not driving, they're not taking the responsibility, where your car, your responsibility, and if anything happens, it's not their fault, it's going to be the driver.
Yeah.
So my advice is very similar to yours, but mine's do take control, and at the end of the day, it's your vehicle, it's your rules.
And Max, anything from you?
I would say be prepared to make mistakes and, be comfortable making mistakes. So my first time, I got a speeding ticket. But after that, and my friends, in the car, one of them, he said, a couple of months later, he said, I was scared when I was in the car with you, but now I'm fine. So it's all about just learning, really. Yeah. That's all it really is.
I was going to say, we're only human. You have to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what? That's actually a really nice place to finish off. So I'm going to say thank you, Max, for joining in.
That's okay.
Been a pleasure to be here. Have you on.
Yeah.
Look forward to see you next time.
Yeah. I tell you what, Mark, that was really nice having Max on.
Oh, it was. I just liked it because it is nice having a third person.
Yeah, it's actually made me really excited for the next few people we have on.
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean, we've definitely got one person who's ready to come on, so they might be with us in the next episode. But we'll talk to our friends in the upcoming few weeks and hopefully get some more on board.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I mean, we can't pressure them.
No.
But
no, I think they'll enjoy it.
I think they will. It was fun for us.
Oh, yeah. Max enjoyed it, I reckon.
Yeah, it was actually quite chatty, which was great.
Very rhythm.
But obviously, it does mean we're coming to an end of this episode.
Oh, it does.
And if memory serves me correct, it is your turn for the jingle.
It does indeed. Jingles is a nice way of ending it. I brought it in, and you know what, folks? Half of them come off on just like that. They are tough. But you do.
You're saying half of them because your 2 out of the 4 have come just like that, and my 2 have had a little bit of prep to them.
Thing is, I forget if I did come up with an idea like Chris. Mine has to roll off. So, folks, mine is everybody chills out with the BarCast with a guest. Welcome down to the BarCast. Listen to the soothing voice. And that was smoother than I thought it would be.
Well, that's good. I enjoyed it. Nice, smooth way, sort of Like I could sort of like hear like a bit of a jazzy vibe, smooth jazz sort of vibe, a little bit ASMR maybe.
Everyone loves a little bit of jazz.
Exactly. So, yeah, nice way to round it off.
Hmm.
So the next episode after this one is due on the 26th of September.
Ah, nice.
We're getting right into fall.
Oh God, it's gone so quick.
I say fall, it's autumn. We are English.
Mm.
Or as it should universally be called, we're getting into spoopy season.
Spooky do 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 do.
Exactly.
So everyone, you got masks.
Yeah.
You can have fun with it this time.
Exactly. Bring on Halloween. Can't believe it's only about 6 or 7 weeks away. We'll be here before we know it. But folks, this is all for now. I'm Chris. That's Mark. And we'll catch you later. Bye. Peace.